Hi everybody, I wasn't even going to talk about the photographs Megan released for Lily's birthday, but a number of you wanted to talk to me about it. I watched avid gardener's video about it, and my friend JJ sent me her opinion about it. So at the end of the day, I do not have much of a choice, do I? My friend JJ thinks the photograph with Harry, Meghan and Lily is AI. It is not impossible. I mean, I use AI to generate covers and thumbnails for my videos or to illustrate other videos like the alien hybrid videos I'm busy with at the moment. So I'm fully aware that you can use an existing photograph and add or take away something. I have not done it yet myself, but others have redressed and restyled Catherine and Megan and, all such jazz just for fun. I don't have much time for fun lately, though. Anyway, according to my friend, she thinks it is an AI picture because the joint of Harry's right arm is not right and out of place and so forth. For me, it does look like a rubber or plasticine arm, but I'm not really, or I cannot really say because, my anatomy lessons were a long, long time ago. But if it is a real photograph, then there's a heck of a lot wrong with it regardless. And let me just say, the fact that his arm looks like plastic or rubber is likely due to the angle of the photograph. I don't know. Anyway, I listened to Avid Gardner and I fully 100% agree with her about Harry. He really looks sick. There are also signs of premature aging, which can be caused, of course, by stress, lack of sleep, all kinds of things, even DNA. And to me, Charles looked old since the day he turned 30. Anyway, but it cannot be argued that collectively what we are seeing could be the result of drugs or alcohol or both. So don't go reporting me or suing me, okay? I really do not know what is causing Harry's pale skin, redness around the eyes and nose, severe and very fast hair loss, and the general look of gauntness and illness. I have no idea. But I think, and this is just my opinion, that number one, Harry's depression is out of control because he is like a fish out of water with no structure or discipline to his life, no definite goals, insecure sources of income, and a marriage which should never have happened. So with his unhappiness and depression out of control, I think he is self-medicating with drugs and alcohol. I do not know it for a fact, but it is purely my opinion. Number two, when Harry and Meghan were in South Africa in 2019, there was a day when he walked funny and he looked out of sorts, and I was told that he had an issue with his back, apparently an old injury from his days at Eton. I also know and was told that while living at Tyler Perry's home, he ran out of prescription painkillers and was prepared to pay a guard at the home to go get it for him. So it could very well be that he, like so many other celebrities, is indeed addicted to certain prescription medication and may even be suffering the consequences at the moment, be it kidney, liver, who knows. The fact is that we don't know. But looking at Harry, I fully agree with Avid Gardner that the man needs a proper medical checkup, and sooner rather than later. Now, I do not know whether this is an AI picture, but I am 100% sure it was staged. Look at Megan's neck. A neck does not pull that tight. Not like that when you give a normal, happy smile. But it does tighten like that when it is a forced, all teeth on display type of smile. And Lily, why does she have such a huge head? I mean, geez, it is bulbous and huge. Did they put a wig on her, or has her hair been straightened? I don't know. What I do know is that the child looks neglected, way too thin for a 4-year-old, a dress which had seen better days, likely because she's wearing it every second day. I don't know. Remember those photographs of Megan busy with flower arrangements and Lily under the table? Well, it's the same dress. Anyway, even worse than that, it is a dress from Colt Gaia, the Lola in Honeydew dress to be precise, which sold for a whopping almost $500. A $500 dress for a 4-year-old is a darn sin. And then, just like Megan's wardrobe, she looks like Orphan Annie in it. And geez, wash, shampoo, and condition that child's hair or wig, whatever it is. And while you're at it, your own, Megan. It looks awful. But what would one expect? I was told that neither Megan nor Harry is indeed fond of a shower. So their kids are likely brought up the same way. And where is Archie, whom I see has now been reduced to Arch? When it was his birthday, we got a photograph of him and Lil from behind, but during Lil's birthday, we only got Lil photographs. Thank God Meghan Markle will never come near me. Can you imagine being so discarded and dismissed that even your name is shortened from its already shortened form? I mean, the poor kid's name was Lilibet. Thank goodness it was shortened to Lily. And now even that is too much for Megan, and she has now reduced it to Lil. Really? And poor Archie is now Arch. poor Arch. Okay, I also want to quickly talk about something else, and you better grab hold of your rails and cling on, because I'm going to jump from one thing to another. Have you seen what ex-Prince Andrew looks like? He was seen in his vehicle driving near Sandringham with a huge, very dark bruise over his face. Nobody is telling what happened except to say nothing serious, no drama. Well, sorry, a bruise like that dark, is indeed serious, especially when it's in the face. With a bruise like that, he likely had concussion. Now I'm going to repeat myself because I did say this before. Andrew Mounbatten-Windsors is not going to make it into any kind of court. Andrew Mounbatten-Windsors is on his way to go meet Mama and Papa. And I think this was the first of maybe one or two mishaps before the fatal one. Mark my words. Remember, reptilians have no empathy. Now, this is my personal conspiracy theory, if you like, but I would not be at all surprised if Andrew Lowney, was indeed paid or incentivized by a certain man to stoke the fire around Andrew and Sarah. Besides, a certain man has always loathed his brother. He also knew his brother was very attached to his home, so he wanted him out. And now what? How long is Royal Lodge going to be standing vacant? 2, 3, 4, 5 years? I'm just asking. Why are Thames Valley police so quiet? Anyway, it's not going to matter. Eventually these so-called planned, unplanned accidents will pay off. As for him driving his own car, good Lord, the man is 66, not a blind, infirm 106-year-old. He has not been convicted of anything yet. He can drive legally where he wants to. I am so tired of these reporters making news out of nothing. But anyway, mark my words, this was Andrew's first accident. Time is running out and Andrew knows it. Then I hear some are still on the African Parks narrative. Leave Harry alone on this. For a bloody change, he shut his mouth on something which, number one, he could do nothing about, and number two, is over and done with. Charged, prosecuted, and sentenced. Get over it. If you have nothing else to talk about, and you want to talk about grapes, then talk about this. In the book year 2022 to 2023, when that incident in the Congo took place, there were 24,095 grapes reported in the United Kingdom, of which 8,800 in London alone. And out of that 8,800, only 1,419 were actually charged and went on to prosecution. I mean, talk about that and worry about that, Lauren. I'm not ignoring or belittling the incident in 2023 in the Congo, not at all. But 2 out of 2 prosecuted, charged and sentenced. So move on. There are still 101, if not 1,001, other serious matters in the Congo, and plenty more right there in London. Maybe Harry should talk about the 2,200 grapes in London perpetrated on someone under 18, of which not even half were charged. Now, how is that for an idea? Anyway, let me go. I would rather delve into UFOs, aliens, reptilians, and such things. At least I find it interesting and it does not make me mad. So until the next one, please take good care of yourselves and stay safe. Bye.